news.
Oh, gee. That was really spectacular, man. I want you to know. Man, I tell you, everything at this station goes perfectly for everybody else. But the moment I walk in, the dog barks at me, the door hits me in the face, and Lee Baby Michaels and all his fine technical prowess
Wait a minute, Jesse,
and equipment just goes to hell in a handbasket,
Jesse, wait.
and I'm left to my own devices.
Jesse, wait. Take two.
Okay.
Now do it.
Okay, thank you very much. Hey, it's time for the Jesse T Show. The Brown Beauty is back on duty, baby. That's right. Hey, it is a beautiful day in Southern California as things are doing what they do when I show up. They just kind of do their own thing. That's kind of what it's all about. But hey, it's good to be back with you here in the studio live on a Wednesday in Southern California. A raucous Wednesday. It's raining again in the Southland, and we are living in paradise, except everybody. There's just too many people. Please don't come to Southern California anymore. We're too crowded.
Oh, that's not nice.
There's too many people. And the mysterious voice to my right is the world-famous, world-renowned, one and only Thomas J. Churchill.
Thank you very much.
Always known as the heavy breather.
Yes,
Yes.
I have a few. I don't even know how to follow that.
Don't even follow it up, man. I'll come up with things, they just come out of left field, right field, and any field. Sometimes they even come out what I'm sitting on, but that happens every now and then when I eat too many beans. It's time for the Jesse T Show. Hey, every day here from 5 to 6. Good to have you along. On Wednesday, we like to bring in some very talented people, some people who know what they're doing in the film business and entertainment business, and this guy to the right of me, he is one of the very best directors, writers, producers, actors. Guy's got a litany of films.
Thank you.
Great things coming out here in 2019. He's working in the big time, baby, the big time, and we're going to be playing some of his trailers. Thomas J. Churchill, director, actor, writer, producer, all around good guy.
Masseuse.
Yeah, masseuse, and hey,
I do laundry too. Every
I don't do dishes.
Every other Wednesday, you can find me at Seafood's laundry facility down in Lancashire.
Oh, seafood.
I fluff and fold.
I've
Don't even go there.
seen
Let's
your fluff and fold technique.
I just walked right into that.
And your fluff and fold technique is so good.
Well, it's good to be with the brown beauty
On duty.
that's sitting next to me, Mr. Jesse T.
Looking for some booty.
Well, okay.
The problem is if I get some booty, I get in trouble at home with Mama T, so I just look. I don't get anymore.
I ain't saying a word.
Yeah, I don't think so. The wrath of God will come down on us both on Valentine's Day. Hey, don't forget, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. You got a Valentine?
What does that even mean? It's a Hallmark holiday.
Yeah, but you got someone you're going to express your love and devotion and sincerity?
My hand.
You right or left?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, lefty Lucy or righty Rhonda?
There's some special
Somebody? Yes.
person out there for everyone. On
Frank
Valentine's
Sinatra.
Day.
Name game. Frank Sinatra.
Love Frank Sinatra. You want me to name what? Something that's cool about him?
Yeah, something that's cool. Tony Basil. Hey, Mickey. Tony Basil.
Oh, she was great. That song was about the dude from the Monkees.
Cool and the Gang.
Everybody has to celebrate.
Absolutely. Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, you got to have milk and Pepsi.
Milton Berle.
I heard he was, he was popular with the ladies.
Robert De Niro.
You talking about him?
Vida Gaddafi.
Next person.
Lorene Landon.
Love Lorene Landon. She's in the new film Nation's Fire, which is coming out very soon.
Goldberg.
Loved working with him on Checkpoint.
Very nice, man. This name game is going pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Joe Williamson.
Who? Next.
Tom Sizemore.
I like Tom Sizemore. One of my favorite Tom Sizemore films is a movie he did very long time ago with Sylvester Stallone called Lock Up.
Great movie.
Excellent movie. And also he was great in Full Metal Jacket. Not Full Metal Jacket, I'm sorry.
No.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Not Saving Private Ryan's Privates.
No, not Saving Ryan's Privates.
No.
Yeah, it was Saving Private. Actually, when they did write the original script, it was Saving Ryan's Privates.
No, that's not true.
It is true. Because
No,
Ryan had some really big.
That was
privates.
on your iPhone movie.
Yes.
So that was up there. You had a double feature that popped up. It was Saving Ryan's Privates and Backside to the Future. I saw those titles.
Well, you
got to delete those.
You got to get all you can get when you're the Brown Beauty, you know.
That's on duty.
And I just don't get too much booty anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay. We can take care of business later. As long as I can lick the top of your head.
I don't sword fight.
Listen.
So you can't even answer that. I just don't sword fight. Sorry, everybody out there.
You don't cross swords?
I don't cross swords.
You know, I can't buy
fight.
Girl Scout cookies anymore.
Why? Because you stopped at the Girl Scouts?
No, because the girls are Boy Scouts now. There's no more Girl Scouts.
Anyway, there's a doggy in the studio.
Thomas J. Churchill, I knew this show was going to go right into the abyss of great humor.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It would be good humor, and I can pass out some ice cream.
A chocolate for me.
You like that?
I've always liked my nuts. Do you like these nuts?
No comment.
Okay. Thank you. I think we should go on tour.
There's a new movement out there.
Yes?
I just try to stay away from things.
What's it called? Me Too?
No comment.
Okay. Or called 2 on 2?
No comment.
You see, he's still got to work in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. I don't.
So Nation's Fire.
Tell me about. Wait, let's get back to the movies now. You're in here because we got lots of good things coming up, and I haven't talked to you in a couple of years because you just
No,
don't
actually,
call me.
you spoke to me not too long ago, and somebody was pulling you away from our conversation. So
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I get pulled away a lot.
it's better to pull out than get pulled away.
I don't know about that
Did I just say that?
because I made 2. I got 2 under my crew.
Anyway, so the newest film.
Yes. The newest film.
So Nation's Fire is going to have our first and one of 2 public screenings.
Well, first off, before we talk about
Free
Nation's
public
Fire,
screenings,
wait,
red carpet
wait. Let's talk about how Nation's Fire got to be there because you got some great actors in this movie. I mean, iconic guys. And just terrific stuff. I mean, how do you get these great actors that get in some of your movies? How do you just walk up to them and say, "You want to do my movie?" I mean, how do you get them?
Stalking. No. No, actually, Nation's Fire came pretty good. It was a follow-up. I mean, we did Checkpoint, and then I did a family film called The Rack Pack. Well, let me start back a little bit. Okay. You know, it was funny because I started in the horror world, and I love horror films, and I got a few on my slate that I'm going to return to horror. And there was a film coming up, an action film that I really wanted to do. A friend of mine asked me, would I be interested in, I put a bid in for it, and then I got told that I'm just a horror guy. I don't know anything about action. And that kind of hurt my feelings. And I felt like I was getting stereotyped like 4 movies in. It was like, wait a minute. So my father, when he passed away, I wanted to do something in his honor. So I wrote Checkpoint, which is a complete action thriller, complete separation from horror.
You wrote that too. Right?
I wrote it, produced it, directed it. Produced it along with my other business partner.
Was your dad
Carmine Famiglietti?
Was your dad a military guy?
My dad, my family. My dad was a Army. My brother and my nephews were Marines. My grandfather was Army. I mean, my whole.
So you have a history of family military.
And at one point, I was going to go into the service, and I just can't go to the bathroom in front of people.
Yeah, well, that can be a problem.
That is so stupid, but that was my thing that I couldn't do it.
So they would know you as the constipated soldier.
They would know me as the little guy.
Well, that would be pretty good because you could go run up the hill and crap on everybody. Yes. Okay.
No, I mean, I absolutely love our military and everybody out there that puts on a uniform and sacrifices their own life and their careers to be to defend people they don't even know. And it takes a very special person, a very special, strong person to do that. Right. And, you either have it or you don't have it. And unfortunately, I don't have that. I mean, I would still protect my neighbor and everything else, and people I don't know, I would do that. But
you're not the Audie Murphy type running up the hill against the machine guns in the tanks.
No, I think that is so brave that I don't even think. I mean, people will tell me, "Oh, you're so brave on certain things." I mean, being in a military or a police officer, a fireman, anybody that's wearing a uniform, civil service, it takes a special person, and without those special people, you don't really have something that's amazing like that. And everybody that wears a uniform in that aspect, even school teachers and all, I mean, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine, Bill Wallace. He was in high school, played football with me in high school, and he was always a good football player, but always kind of hyperactive kind of guy, real energetic, and he became a park ranger first, then a police officer, and then a motorcycle cop. Wow. And he was a guy that would see something and get off his motorcycle and run it head first without any question.
Special guy.
And he was driving down in Monterey Park one day on his bike doing the patrol, and a house was on fire, and the fire department wasn't there. He got off his bike, he ran into the burning house, and he saved the whole freaking family. And he suffered back injuries and burn injuries.
Wow.
Just ran in the house. Bill Wallace, what a guy, man. What a guy. I mean, that's the
amazing.
Guy. That's the guy.
Just like yesterday, I was scouting a location for the next film that we're going to be doing, looking like we're going to start it next month. And the minute the guy that was showing us around, he says, he kept telling me, you remind me of this person. You remind me of this person and this person. Then the last thing he said, you remind me of a guy that was one of my close friends when I served. And I stopped everything I was doing, and I said, you served in the military? He says, yes. I walked right up to him, gave him a hug, and I just said, thank you very much. And then his partner says, I said, did you serve? He says, yeah. So he says, the other guy says, he didn't serve. He just wanted a hug because I hugged the other guy too. So
yeah, there you go. I like it.
No, I mean, look.
Was your dad that kind of guy? Was he the kind of man?
My guy is my guy. My dad. I have a lot of my dad in me.
Right.
My dad was an amazing man, probably the strongest man I ever met in my life. Right. Taught me so much. He's been gone 4 years, but every time I think about him and talk about him, I still get emotional.
Right.
Because my dad was my hero.
Yeah, I hear you.
But even like when I was a kid, me and my buddy, my childhood friend Arthur, hey Arthur Vomerhausen, shout out.
Yeah, Arthur.
We both took the police test for the NYPD. We both passed it.
Yeah.
We were 17 years old. He went forward with it, and when it was time for me to get called, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because as stupid as what I'm gonna say, I was like, I'm 17. I'm a kid. If I get on the police force the following year, like Arthur did, Arthur's still on the police force, and I think he's going to retire. He's a lieutenant.
Yeah, great pension, everything.
Oh, cool. He's wonderful. But I just felt like I would have had to been forced to grow up quick.
Yeah.
When you're going to see, because there's things you're going to see that you can't unsee anymore.
Right.
Absolutely. And then in 1992, I moved out to California for about 7 months. But
I saw one of those early photos of you, man.
Yeah, I look good, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what happened?
You had your hair and everything.
That's stress.
Yeah.
The hair moved on to my chest.
Yeah.
But I took the police test again.
Yeah.
And I got an amazing mark, but the mayor at the time...
Here in L.A.?
No, New York City.
Yeah.
The mayor at the time is Mayor Dinkins, and he froze my test, the test before me, and the test after me. So the city made money on everybody, but I didn't become a cop.
But that was a good thing because look what you're doing now.
But that's what I'm saying. That wasn't in the cards. That wasn't my destiny.
It's kind of destiny. Kind of just when you look, you can see destiny when you look back.
I try not to. She wasn't good. I dated her one time.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
She had a child.
I thought you liked horror pictures and Debbie Does Dallas.
That was was terrible too. Sorry. Right. Yeah. My jokes are very corny.
I laughed. It was good.
I like that.
Yeah.
It was good.
He'll laugh with you. Yes.
Yeah. Even the dog liked it.
Yeah. At least the dog liked somebody. And didn't like me when I walked.
He's looking at you and he's looking at it and he's like, hey, I think I might have to go to the restroom.
Yeah, I know. It's a dog's life, man. I tell you.
So with Nation's Fire.
So this was about your dad.
Checkpoint. So Checkpoint
tell me about that. Yeah.
Checkpoint got me out of the horror field for just a short period of time. And then the Rack Pack, a family
film. Can we
film.
play that clip at Checkpoint? Now, Goldberg's in this, right?
Yes, Bill Goldberg's in the film. William Forsythe.
Oh yeah, I mean these two guys, William Forsythe, a great actor, Goldberg, great wrestler.
They
personality.
were Kane Hodder.
Kane Hodder.
You know, Stephen Jeffries, Krista Grotti, who worked with me on 10 films. In fact, Nation's Fire. She executive produced along with her company, Technocentric, and her partner, her husband, Robert Ory, and Jerry Roberts were the executive producers of Technocentric and of Nation's Fire. I'm very grateful for them. Krista worked on 10 of my films, 10 of my projects. And her husband, who's been around for a good amount of years, been watching me and her grow and wanted to, you know, he finally said, you know, not finally, he stated that he would love the opportunity to do this for Krista.
And so this was a movie that
Checkpoint's not the one that they produced.
No.
Nation's Fire.
Okay, but Checkpoint is the one that came from your soul about your dad. You were thinking about your dad when you wrote Checkpoint, right?
Yes, but let me state one thing so people don't judge me.
Okay.
I wrote it, I produced it, I directed it. I had nothing to do with the editing. I had no say in the editing. So you either love it or you don't love it, but understand the script was just a little different than what you watching on the screen.
Okay, so we're going to see the theatrical trailer.
Yes.
Okay, so let's
but I'm very proud of the film.
Yeah.
I want to say that, you know, because it has a lot of my father and my family in it.
Right.
Family is forever.
Checkpoint.
Thomas Jefferson said that when a government can no longer serve its people, that it is the duty of its citizens to rise and revolt.
Yet another video circulating the horrific execution of 12 American hostages.
Tonight, the great North Carolina will sail right into Washington and lay siege upon the Capitol.
Something's wrong. It's going down here.
Think about what you're saying. Port City's there. Battleship, Checkpoint.
I saw what I saw.
You're accusing our town of some kind of homegrown terrorism?
Blood will run through the streets so that this country can be free again.
Let's do this.
He's got an arsenal, man.
What about the battleship?
Ship's here, okay? We go in, we clear the ship from bottom to top. Let's do it.
Let's go, bud.
For the love of country.
You know I'll be back.
I know that, Dad.
I love you.
I love you more.
Day has finally come when justice shall be served, and a new and greater America will rise from the ashes. Before this night is over, many will perish. Scores will fall. Prepare to meet your maker, son.
Hey, Checkpoint right there, man. What a cast. What a great cast. You got the Hammer, Fred Williamson in there.
Yep. Fred Williamson is one of the first celebrities I ever met.
Yep.
My father. This is just a quick little sidebar. When I wrote the movie, there's a lot of a little Easter egg to everybody out there that probably hasn't seen Checkpoint or maybe watched Checkpoint.
Right.
When I wrote the film, it was after my father's passing. My father's name was Charles, and I wanted to make a character in my father's name, and I created a character named Chester that I wanted Fred Williamson to play. Chester is another name for Charles.
Right.
Fred Williamson was the first celebrity I ever met when I was 7 or 8 years old in the Central Park Zoo. I was with my father, and my father pointed him out, and he said, "See that guy right there? That's a movie star." I let go of my father's hand. I beelined right over to Fred, and I grabbed him by the elbow and told him that, you know, I want to be a movie star like him, and we talked. He talked to my father. Fast forward, we went, we were doing a convention together, and I told him I finally was able to talk to him because we always saw each other at conventions, but I didn't want to talk to him because that was my childhood.
Yeah.
You know, and I just wanted to. So finally we spoke, and I told him about the story from Central Park Zoo, and the way he was looking at me, he was thinking back, and he says, "I remember that kid. I remember him. I can't believe that's you. Wow."
Yeah, that's what Fred sounds like.
Dog. So, and then I always remembered him and on. And after my father passed, and I wrote the script for Checkpoint, there was nobody else that I wanted to play Chester, but Fred Williamson.
Hey, and it's funny. We talked earlier about.
We always talk.
We talked earlier about police and fire and military people running into the thick of battle.
Yes, sir.
You were like a kid running into the thick of battle when you saw Fred Williamson. You had beeline. You were destined for it.
I grabbed him. I grabbed his elbow. I said, "I want to be I want to be an actor just like you." And he says, "Little man." And then next thing, my father came over, and I went to go see the SEALs.
Yeah, Fred was cool, man.
He's talked to my father, and I was like, "Okay, we talked." Hey,
yeah, I saw Fred recently up north at a Kung Fu and Karate Hall of Fame thing. He was funny as all get out. Man.
I absolutely love Fred Williamson. Working with him was great. Everybody on that set was great. Chris DeGrati was amazing to work with again on that. William Forsythe, Kane Hodder, who was Friday the 13th Jason.
Yeah.
The special effects were all done by Soda Effects that we had a relationship with. We still have a relationship.
Is that still out there? Can you still get it in the stores and stuff and
what,
online?
Soda Effects?
Yeah, no, I mean, no, not Soda
Checkpoint?
Effects. Yeah, Checkpoint.
Oh, yeah, Checkpoint is currently streaming still on all platforms.
Okay.
You can still get DVDs and Blu-rays. It's still on Netflix. But I do believe it's going to be on Netflix for another maybe 3 months.
Okay.
And then we're going to TV.
Nice, really?
I can't tell you what network, but I'll tell you off the air. Okay. Otherwise, I'll screw things up.
Very nice.
I'll get kicked.
So that's going to be a nice launching pad and another great thing to.
Well,
to
it opens the doors more for
more money,
more people to watch the movie,
absolutely,
and to. Hopefully become fans.
So you did this Checkpoint, and then all of a sudden you follow up. You were doing Rat Pack at the time, weren't you?
Checkpoint. We went to North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, to shoot, and then we shot in a gentleman's house by the name of Darryl Rackley.
Right.
We rented his house to shoot. David Shifter, a friend of mine he's also in Checkpoint. Darryl, he introduced me to Darryl Rackley, who was a children's book author and an actor.
Right.
He wrote a book called The Rat Pack,
right.
Darryl's Adventures. And half a year later, they asked me if I would be come on board as a producer director. And I wrote certain scenes in the movie. And the reason why I jumped at it and I made a deal with these guys, because as I kept thinking about, you're a horror guy, you don't know anything else.
Right,
I got to make my first action thriller,
right.
And then I got to make my first family film.
Yeah.
So I was happy with that.
Breaking the mold.
No, I just don't want to, I'm a filmmaker. I'm a storyteller. I want to be around forever. I want to do different genres.
Right.
My heart is in horror.
But everybody gets typecast in this business at some point. And everybody has to go through that, breaking that typecast. I mean, even Frank Sinatra did a long time ago. Everybody does.
In my opinion, but you only get typecast if you take all the roles.
Right.
If you do all those films.
There's a lot of guys that do that.
You will put everybody's in charge of their own destiny.
Right.
I mean, it's a little spiritual. You got some angels and God helping you along the way. But I believe that the more you take, the more you're stuck.
Yeah.
And just like back in the day when I was a operations manager in pharmaceuticals, we did creams and ointments and topical solutions. And I worked with this one company, true story, I worked with this one company for 7.5 years.
Right. And
never knew my value. Yeah. Until the company was deciding to move their company down to North Carolina, and they offered me a package to go with them, but I didn't take it. And when I went out there to go into the market, while I had my job, I was still looking. I had to do a little schmoozing because I realized the job I was doing, I was so underpaid. So I had to
boost your pay.
I had to boost the pay.
Yeah, but nobody knows their value until they get out there and shop themselves.
That's right. That's right.
That's the key.
So when you boost your pay and you realize where you're at, all of a sudden I went from one company to the next company with like a $20,000 raise.
Right, right.
And this is back in the day when all you got paid was like $3.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine?
I'm kidding.
You're that old, man. Since Moses was alive.
That's, me and Moses, we hung out together.
Hey, man, the Salt Sea used to be fresh water when you were walking the earth.
He wanted me to carry those other 5 commandments.
That's
Because
why
there
he
were
broke
15.
them.
I
That's
broke
why
one.
he broke them.
I dropped it. It
You
was
didn't,
heavy.
no, you didn't have to. You didn't
I
want
said,
to carry
oy
them.
vey.
Yeah. No, absolutely not, man.
Oy vey, pap smear.
You know, and the reason why the Dead Sea's not alive is because you took a bath in it, right?
Yeah, you know, it's the
So,
Italian
the
back
Italian,
hair.
right? Yeah, got it. Bad.
Italian
All the
back
oil.
hair sucked it all up.
That's right. The mozzarella.
Hey,
right?
hey,
You know?
paisan.
Hey, right.
That's what they said. Forget about it. You want to go dip here?
Hey,
What are you
come
going to
on,
do?
what's
What are you
wrong
going to
with
do? What are you
you?
going to do? You're going
What's
to
wrong
swim.
with you,
You're going to
huh?
swim here. Get out of
Hey,
here.
just forget about
Get
it.
out of
Get
here.
out of here.
Sorry, every now and then I got to
That's
show
all right.
California the real New Yorker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Right. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Hey,
don't
forget
worry about it.
Hey, so let's talk about
Yes.
the second thing.
Let's talk about the third thing.
We forgot about the first thing.
I don't know about the second thing. What happened about the third thing?
Anyway.
You want to talk about the thing?
So
Let's talk about the thing.
So Mr.
The Rat Pack thing.
Mr. Jesse T. So the Rack Pack.
Yeah.
Rack, like in Rackley.
Yeah.
Was a fun experience.
Like she's got a rack?
Like, you know, if you're
Or I've been
shopping
to
in a
Iraq?
or if you're shopping in a store and they say it's in the third rack.
Or baby, I'm Iraq.
I'm never gonna go with you on this. I like my career. You're not gonna anyway. I don't even know where I was going.
Rack?
I don't even know what I was saying here.
Yeah, the winner.
No, so
you know?
the Rack Pack.
The Rat
I got
Pack.
I got Rack.
Rack?
I got to work with
Rack?
the great C.
What
Thomas
is it?
Howell.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and
Where'd you see him
Randy Jones,
Where'd you see
Mr.
him
Cowboy from the YMCA, Village
Oh,
People.
yes, let's do it right now. YMCAA.
He's so full of energy. I love him.
YMCAA.
You need to have like a doll. Like you got to create like a Jesse T doll. As he,
Now, don't kill me, okay? That's in your other movie.
Dead man
I don't even know how to explain that to everybody out
That's
there. What
all
just
right.
happened?
I
Got a little saliva on my head.
Did it feel good?
His tongue felt like sandpaper.
Now I'm going to get whacked.
I was like, he felt like a cat. You know, I was like, oh.
Are you calling me a pussy?
Anyway, so
Okay.
tell us, Tom Churchill, about the next project.
So tell
you
me
did.
about Rack Pack.
Well, the Rack Pack was fun. It is streaming right now on all VOD platforms. You can get your DVD at the wonderful, that's Amazon. It's the home of putting small businesses out of.
Them and Walmart. They're in cahoots.
I like, Walmart.
They put people out of business, though.
They make great potato salad.
Yeah, and they have free grapes when you walk the halls.
And then I love saying the greeters' names because they forget they got the name tags.
Yes.
I'll say, hey, Eugene. Hey. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Because
No. And then you got the other guy that all he does, God bless him, is he stands at the end. Every Walmart has him. But his job, give him a yellow highlighter, and he's not even reading. He's just like, go ahead. So one time I was coming out with a cart, and I did a Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
And I went to this one guy, he's like, receipt. I said, you don't need to see my receipts. And he goes, I don't need to see your receipts. I said, this isn't the cart you're going to check. And he goes, this isn't the cart you're going to check. Then he goes, move along. So he was on the Star Wars tip. So maybe I got that guy fired. Maybe that highlighter still was brand new, but it was the funniest thing, and he just went along with it. So, I mean, the poor guy probably needed someone like me to come because he's like, oh my God, how many receipts do I have to check?
The poor guy didn't have a job before
Eugene, did you say hello to that guy that just walked in? Oh my God.
He goes in there, he gets hired, the manager says, we have a very important job for you. Here's your yellow highlighter pen.
You're a greeter. You're a receipt checker.
That's right. Now that's what you're going to do.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't care if I had to do a different job.
Yes.
I would rather either be a greeter or a receipt checker than that poor dude that has a mop that works at those X-rated video stores.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine? Yeah, all you're doing is
sticky
mopping.
Shoes. Old Sticky Shoes.
Sticky Shoes Johnson.
Yeah, that's right. His name was Johnson.
Anyway.
You can call me Johnson. You can call me...
I knew he was going to do that.
Yeah, right.
I just felt like I knew you were going to do the Howard Johnson.
Right. Hey, you can call me Johnson. Mr. Johnson. You don't have to call me Charles. You can call me Johnson. Right.
Mel Brooks did that whole thing. What was it? Blazing Saddles?
I love
everybody in the town was named Johnson.
Yeah, that's right.
Howard Johnson's right.
My favorite scene is the old drunk on top of the thing when Cleon Little's coming in town on his white horse. and they can't understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Right? And then he comes into town, and the
I thought you were
deadpan looks are. That's
I
my
thought you were going
favorite
to say
scene.
my other favorite scene is when Cleon Little says to the woman, "Good morning, ma'am." She goes, "Up yours," and then she gives him a cake later. God bless her.
Yeah, and I also
love that movie.
I love the scene when they break the fourth wall and they're dancing with the
With Dom
choreography boys.
DeLuise. Dom DeLuise in there too.
They're dancing with the boys, the dancing boys,
Yeah.
right? Love that. And
That
see,
movie can't get made these.
No, can you
these
imagine
days.
making Blazing Saddles today?
No,
I could.
no.
I could make it.
Well, nobody will ever watch it.
I could make it because I just don't care.
Did you know that
I don't care whether they
there's
hire me or not.
You ever notice that all the big like monster movies with
Yes.
animals is gone?
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
see that anymore.
I would chop up animals left and right.
Hey, I didn't say that, Peter.
I did.
I like Peter.
Yes.
We had a skunk, horses, and dogs in the Rack Pack.
So let's play Rack Pack. The trailer.
Was
Set
that,
this
was
trailer.
that like a virtual game?
Yeah, baby.
Wow.
Yeah. Well.
Growing up a military brat led me to a sort of different kind of childhood. One that I would never change. For me, I didn't see anything different growing up. It was just a way of life. Playing with other kids who had the same likes that I had. We loved playing Army. There was my older brothers, Gerald and Lauren, and me. My good friends, Mark, Tommy, Manny, Simon, Freddie, Doug, and Squeaky. We even let a girl in our club, Tammy. She was awesome.
This might be our ticket, baby.
There were these two guys, and we followed them in the woods. And they have a tunnel at Old Man Grady's.
I don't want you boys following anybody anymore. And you stay out of the woods, do you hear me?
This is a story of my adventures, Daryl's adventures, and a bond of brotherhood and friendship we called the Rack Pack.
All right, the Rack Pack right there, and directed by yours truly, Mr. Churchill. Nice job, man.
Please,
I like that.
my friends call me Thomas J.
The whole different scene there being
went
a
over,
family movie.
Call me Pliskin. What?
Yeah. The family aspect of this was wonderful.
Wonderful.
You know, it was something. It was so out of the ordinary for you to do
Out of
this,
the ordinary.
This beautiful movie of love and compassion and empathy. And,
Shot by David M. Parks, the man behind Nation's Fire.
and you know, this
Cold
movie
Plastic.
with horses
Checkpoint.
and children
David M. Parks.
in a Western motif, and a beautiful story of loss and
Can't even go
finding
on.
all of that. You know.
Okay,
It's
do you want to roll in my
magnificent.
next film? Is that what you're getting at?
It's a gorgeous.
So the
Absolutely.
next film.
Yes. I'm still stuck on this film.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Stuck on you?
Yeah, man. I get stuck on things.
So
you got to unstick.
does that come with age? Do I have to worry
No,
about that?
no. I'm Sticky Shoes Johnson's brother.
Ah.
No. What can I
So
tell
that's
you?
what the mop is next to you.
Hey, look at it. Hey,
We used to have a movie theater back
I'll
in
do
Queens.
the mop work, man.
Called,
I just don't do dishes.
there was a movie theater back in Queens called the Drake
Oh.
Movie Theater.
You used to go there?
Yeah, it was like $1 for 2 movies.
Yeah.
Now it's not there no more, but it was kind of cool. You walked in, and you felt like you walked, and your shoes, like you came right out of your shoes.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, what the freak?
What the
Because
heck's down
everything
on the
was
Drake?
so sticky.
Yeah.
You know.
They never cleaned it up.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me about
That's why it's
Nation-
not around no more.
Well, they blew it up. That's what they did.
You
probably.
blew it up.
Yes.
Damn you.
Yeah. Why don't they ever say blew it down?
Why do you say, I'm going to go take a haircut? Where the freak are you taking it?
Yeah.
You know, or I'm going to go take a piss. You're not taking a piss. You're leaving a piss.
Yeah. Why don't they say that?
You know, why do we park in the driveway?
I don't know.
Why? Here's the biggest one. And everybody.
Or wait a minute. Let me think.
Why in this state?
Yes.
You can only get clam chowder.
Yes.
On friggin' Fridays. Why can't you get it every day unless you go to Sizzler? You go to New York, you get clam chowder anytime you want. You go to Maine, they're swimming in clam chowder. But California, you got some clam chowder? They'll go through the whole list of soups. You got clam chowder? No. Fridays. Why? Who made that freaking rule? Think about it. Next time you're in a restaurant, ask for clam chowder.
I can't get past parking lot.
No. Parkway, driveway. You park
driveway.
In your driveway.
Park in my driveway.
But you drive on the parkway. Stay with me here, Jesse. Stay with me. Here's something else for you Californians, all right? Because I'm on a roll now.
Okay. All right.
Why is everything called downtown?
Why can't it be called uptown?
No, you don't have a middletown. You don't have midtown.
No,
you don't have an uptown. Every freaking thing is called downtown. Where you going? Downtown.
Downtown.
Where you going at? Downtown. You say that to somebody in New York, they're going to say,
where are you going downtown
What's
for?
Downtown?
Yeah.
You know, but
uptown.
Because you know there's a downtown. Here, everything's called downtown.
Yeah, DTLA.
But why?
I don't know.
Who said, why can't we just say it's the city? It's the city of L.A. But why downtown? Because there's no midtown, there's no uptown. And then they'll say, well, you know, we Hollywood would be considered. No, it's Hollywood. It's its own town.
The city, Los Angeles, California. These are the stories.
No, it's
Los Angeles. Oh, that's right.
I was like wondering what music you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing my own music.
You're hanging out with that Joe guy.
Joe Mama.
Wow.
Anyway.
To be continued.
So tell me about Nation's Fire.
Oh, thank God.
God, getting this guy and keeping him on track is, it's I don't know. This is high energy, man.
Nation's Fire. Nation's Fire.
I need a raise.
Nation's Fire. Slow in the driveway. Okay, so Nation's Fire is a film that
is he talking to anybody?
I wrote, produced, directed, along with. I produced it along with.
Are you talking about Nation's Fire? Okay.
Yeah, which is coming out. We're having a red carpet screening.
This is like a biker movie.
This is an action thriller.
Yes.
That, to me, if there's fans that like Checkpoint, this surpasses Checkpoint.
Really?
Checkpoint here. Nation's Fire here.
Yeah?
Yeah, to me, it's one of my favorite films.
Do that again.
To me, it's my favorite film.
Right
that
here.
one or this and this?
Yeah, this and this.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
I like it.
He likes a lot of things.
I do.
So, Nation's Fire, executive produced by Krista Grotti,
right.
Her husband, Robert Ory, and their partner, Jerry Roberts, all from Technocentric.
It's good to have a team together like this.
This
it
is
seems
a good
like
team.
This team is.
We play patty cakes on breaks.
Right? Yeah.
I don't even know how to do it. Krista Grotti's the star of the film. We also have a great lineup in it. We have Kristen Renton from Sons of Anarchy, two-time Academy Award nominee and Emmy nominee, Mr. Bruce Dern.
I loved him in the Silent Running, one of the first movies, with the little robot guys.
Django Unchained for you newbies.
Django Unchained.
Hateful Eight for you newbies.
Yep.
One of the main things that people love about him was The Burbs he was in.
Yes.
So Bruce Dern was an amazing guy to work with. Gil Bellows, who was Tommy in Shawshank Redemption.
Really?
And Ally McBeal, and he's on The Patriot. Mr. Chuck Liddell. Wonderful man.
Chuck.
Guess what Chuck Liddell's favorite movie is?
I have no clue.
The Smurfs. It was wonderful when I asked him that. I said, dude, what's your favorite movie? He goes, I like the Smurfs.
He just fought Tito Ortiz.
Wow.
He just lost to Tito Ortiz, unfortunately.
Ken Sagos from Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 2.
Yeah.
No, from 3 and 4.
That's a heck of a cast. I mean,
Lorraine Landon, lovely Lorraine Landon.
She's been in so much stuff.
She is amazing. She plays Krista's mom in the film.
Yeah.
Wyatt Walter, who plays her son. Cece Kelly from the Rack Pack. Wyatt Walter from the Rack Pack. Cole Benefit from the Rack Pack is actually in this movie. The movie is an action thriller. It's a biker film. It's about family and what
is it along the lines of Sons of Anarchy and the new biker gangster film that's out right now? I mean,
I would say yes, but it's
along that line.
I would say yes, but it has its own unique style to it. It's
Right.
basically about what a woman would do, how far a woman would get pushed before she turns to family, and sometimes, most of the time, family isn't blood.
Right.
It's who you are around. So the key thing with this movie is family is forever, which I got branded on my arm.
Yeah.
And family is
Let's see
forever
that.
was
Really?
also
Check it out.
Family Forever was also
for the movie. From the movie.
No, I got these dog tags. It's in the middle of a.
Show them off, man.
Hey, show them off. Look, tattoos.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, tattoos.
Yeah, tattoos.
So that's my family arm. This is my art arm. I gotta I'm marked.
You are a marked man.
So Nation's Fire, everybody that's out in Clearwater, Florida, that can hear my voice, March 18th.
We're at
the Capitol Theater, downtown Clearwater.
Yeah, nice
we
town.
We are
been there.
having a free screening for Nation's Fire.
Right.
I will be out there, so will Krista Grotti. There'll be some of the cast members and crew. Come on out. Go on to the Nation's Fire Facebook page. Follow the link, RSVP, to get your free tickets. That is March 18th, Florida, Clearwater. Also, probably within a month later, we will do the same thing out in the lovely, confusing Los Angeles, California. So you guys will be my guest. Be my guest. Come out and see Nation's Fire.
When are we going to see a trailer?
That is completely up to the distributor to cut the trailer.
Yeah.
I'd rather them cut the trailer than the cheese, but, we're going to go with the trailer.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Nation's Fire, if anybody wants to know more about it, you can always also reach out to the Jimmy Starr on Facebook.
Yes.
He is the guy who's kind of setting our publicity things up for it.
Nice.
And, hopefully it's one of my favorite films that I've done to date. And I'm very
it sounds like a big cast, a big film, good budget, distributions there.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we just did a sci-fi project too with my other partners, Steven Escobar and Joe Castro. It's a great project that's coming out early summer called Xenophobia. And we don't have any trailers up or nothing yet, but that'll be out early summer. Right. Let me just say, in March on Netflix, there's a movie called The Hard Way that stars Randy Couture and Michael J. White.
Yep.
I wrote the script for that, so
I'm very
I'm very happy with that.
Told you, man, you are hot.
And
man, it's hot.
It's just you don't have the air conditioner on here.
Man, no, he's hot, man. Writing, directing,
And then
acting.
There's
producing.
a movie called Alien Warfare that I did a little work on.
Look, I'm going to be selling you a house in Palos Verdes pretty soon, I think.
I don't want to go that far.
Where do you want to go? We got to find you a house,
Yeah.
I got a ranch for sale.
Oh, you're both
875,000.
realtors. I forgot you're both.
Yeah,
she's a realtor too, right?
Yeah, but I'm better than
she's a producer.
She's a producer realtor.
She
I'm just a realtor.
She looks better than you. Though.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm better. Yeah.
Jesse T. He is better. Jesse T. is back.
Ooh, you see, I just
He's
scored
the
some
brown
brownie
booty.
for you. Yeah, that's right. She just said she's going to take me out back, baby. Yeah. Oh Lord, I get a cramp in my big toe though. Thank you. Seriously,
Lee.
I mean, things are going good for you, man. I mean, in all of a sudden you're overnight sensation. How long you been doing this?
Since I started off as an actor at 7.
Right.
I was in top running for the movie. I don't want to say my age. The Champ. I was in a top 5.
You were a Ricky Shorter.
It went to Ricky Shorter. Yeah. If it would have went to me, I would have been probably different. I probably would have had a different life plan. But I'm happy that it didn't go to me.
Yeah. I talked to John Voight about that film.
John Voight is a great man.
He's a great man. Great actor.
Yeah.
Just a nice
we're
guy.
actually talking about having him in his prison movie we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I am returning to horror on my next project. Looking like we're going to start shooting next month.
Right.
I can't discuss the title.
It's about something that attacks something, and I get to get eaten up, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it is a creature feature.
I get eaten up.
I can say it's a creature feature, and think Jaws meets Friday the 13th.
Oh boy, yes.
But with a sexy spin.
Ooh.
You mean
yeah? Wait a minute.
Okay. Is that how Cardi B says? Okay. She says okay like that. Okay. I don't know.
What did you think about this year's Grammys?
The Grammys or the Super Bowl?
No, the
because they were
Grammys.
both about.
Let's talk about the Grammys. What
They
did
were
you think
both a
about-
snooze fest.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I got to give the Super Bowl.
Did you like the Super Bowl?
I liked knowing that the Rams, which I'm still a diehard Jet fan,
Yes.
and one day in my
Right.
lifetime, I'll see that freaking team, at least what brings me up to a joke.
I think you
okay?
got to get
a
Joe
guy
Namath
walks into a
back.
bar with
Yeah.
a dog.
Yeah.
A Jet fan walks into a bar with a dog, and the bartender says, "Oh, that's a cute dog." He goes, "Watch what he does." The dog turns around and he's giving everybody high fives,
Right.
high fives, and he's like, "Wow, that's great." He says, "What does he do when they watch when the Jets are getting the ball? The dog gives high fives." He's like, "What does he do when they win?" He says, "I don't know. I had him for 4 years." Come on, Jets. Please.
Done.
Just, I mean,
Look, I wanted the
we were
Patriots
really
to win.
close 8
I
years
wanted
ago.
the Patriots. I
We
wanted
were
the
really
Patriots.
close.
Brady all the way, and I hope he wins next year.
Okay, let me explain something. I am not a Patriot fan.
I am.
But
Brady all the way.
I have to say the man is a GOAT.
He's the
He's
best.
the greatest.
Well, Joe Montana was pretty darn good.
Joe Montana don't have 6 rings.
No. But that was a different game. Then.
Plus, Joe Montana
They
doesn't
got
go.
all the rules. They got all the rules.
He
now.
doesn't go
It's
home
flag,
to Giselle.
It's flag football now compared to what? For Joe Montana's time.
He's
It's
got
flag
Giselle
football. You
and
know,
6 rings.
Did you see the new
I bet you
football
that
league on Saturday?
he made a pact with the devil.
AFF, the new football league on Saturday.
That guy probably pees ice
That
cubes.
was real football. That new football league. AFF was better than the NFL in terms of hitting.
I have no
You got
idea
to
what
hit.
you're saying.
Yes.
I don't have UHF.
No,
channel.
AFF. Yes, right.
You down with AFF?
I'm down with AFF. And the XFL is coming back too. WWF style.
But I was saying about the
NFL.
Rams.
Tell me
I
about
give the Rams credit because
You
they're
do?
a new team.
Yeah.
And they pushed back on the Patriots. Look, it was 3-0 all the way up to halftime. I mean, it wasn't a blowout. Plus, the commercials sucked.
Why can't it be
this
a
year.
blow
These
in?
commercials suck. The best commercial was with the football players. You remember that with the auditorium where they were all rest, and then they asked Tom Brady. And he goes like, and he had the ring or something like that.
Yeah,
he had all his rings on.
Yeah.
Oh, he took all his rings off.
Yeah, I take all his rings off. Right.
Thank you very much.
I'm a big Patriot fan. Tom Brady all the way.
Are you a Patriot fan?
Yes.
Now I know why. I always didn't understand why I didn't like you.
Yeah, that's right. I like the Chicago Bears too.
The Bears.
Yeah, I like the Bears.
I loved the Bears when the refrigerator was on.
I can't stand the Rams.
I was living there then.
I can't stand the Rams. I'm not an LA Rams
I'm not a Ram
fan.
fan. I'm not even a Dodgers fan.
I'm not a big Dodger fan either.
Actually, Dodgers, I've been to their stadium a few times.
I'm running their stadium.
I always come. A friend of mine from Canada comes down, Mr. Brad Lurie. When he comes down and he stays at my house, he always wants to go to a Dodger game.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It's like I'll watch the Dodgers and I'll root for them because they're my home team.
Right.
But my heart belongs to the New York Mets.
Oh,
What's
man,
going
come
here?
on. The Yankees, man.
Oh, no, I'm a Yankee fan, too. Now, people in New York,
Come
they would
on.
debate me and say, you can't be a Yankee fan
can't
and you
be
can't be a
both.
Met
No,
fan.
you guys
The
are
reason
Yankees.
why I'm either a Yankee and a Met fan
come
is
on.
because in the
outta
90s,
here. You
half
can't
of the
be-
friggin'
Nah, he's
Yankees
making
were
excuses.
ex-Mets.
Oh, get out of here. That
Yep.
was a long time ago. It's 20 years ago, man. It's
It's
the
20
Yankees.
years ago. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's,
Oh,
it's the
God.
Yankees, man.
Okay, my favorite team is the Montreal Expos. Poor guys. They tried,
The
right?
expansion
They
team?
even made them go play in Puerto Rico
I
just
know.
to get people.
Just to get people
I mean,
to
it was
like
like
them.
every time you watched a game with like the Mets and
Yes,
the Expos, there was like 12 people in the stadium.
You know who
Poor
came up,
guys.
you know who came up with the Montreal Expos?
Gary Carter, who was a catcher for the
Reggie
Mets.
Smith.
Really?
And then he went to the Boston Red Sox and was
I'm not-
coached by the greatest Ted Williams hitter of all time.
Ah.
And then he coached my son in baseball for
Did he
12
really?
years. Reggie did, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. My son's a professional.
But he was
athlete.
not the real Reggie.
Yeah, the real Reggie.
He didn't have Reggie Bar.
No, it's a different
That was
thing.
Reggie Jackson.
That's
Remember Reggie Jackson
He
had
was a
Reggie
home
Bar?
run. Reggie Smith was the was the great left fielder, great base stealer, great.
Do you know who Reggie Smith's parents were?
Well, I could ask him.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Ah.
That's right.
Did they go to Washington?
They went to different schools together.
Ah. All right.
Now, who's buried in General Grant's tomb?
General Grant.
Maybe. What color was George Washington's white horse?
White.
Fine, you knew this.
I did. Thank you.
You knew it.
I'm a history buff. What can I
5 pounds of feathers or 5 pounds of lead? What weighs more?
5 pounds of lead.
No, they're both 5 pounds. Hey, I tell you. I named my dog Egypt because he makes pyramids in every room. Hey,
Hey, take my wife, please.
That was Benny Youngman. Is he dead?
No, that's not that. Henny Youngman is the king of the one-liners.
He was Take My Wife.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yes, he was Take My Wife, and Rodney Dangerfield was.
No, he never said Take My Wife. No. He's like, please, my wife. She's so ugly. And he was always beating. Right, look at this dog.
He was beating himself up.
Every night, probably before he goes to bed.
I don't know about that. You must have some inside information.
So the next film.
Yes. What is the next film?
No.
Now we actually are running out of time.
Oh,
I still want to get your.
My sister-in-law's online. My cousin's online.
I still
hey,
want
Lou.
to get your ideas about a
Miss
couple
you. I
of
hope
things.
you feel better.
Okay.
Hey, Trish.
Hey.
Hey, Lisa.
What do you think about The Wall?
What are we talking about?
The Wall.
Pink Floyd. Love the album.
Great album, huh?
I ain't getting political
Off the
here.
wall, man. Right?
Listen, all I'm going to say is if the man builds the wall, he's got his reasons to build the wall, and everybody on the other side of the wall, they can always build a staircase. Because it's their side of the wall.
No,
it's just like, listen, if you own a house and there's a freaking peach tree coming over your side of the fence, you're going to take the peaches.
Right.
So they can do it. They're going to end up doing whatever their side on their wall, and then you're going to have problems because why did they build the stairs on the wall?
Right, exactly.
But to do it to protect our company, to protect our country.
Well, the country is a company.
I want to see this country protected, and there's many ways to do it. Is the wall the way? I'm not in politics,
right?
But there's other things, and listen. I'm gonna say now out there. Whether
I'm going to save you.
Wait. No. Whether I'm a Trump fan or not a Trump fan, I respect. I'm an American.
Right,
and he is the 45th president that's running this country.
So
I respect. Unemployment's down. North Korea and South Korea. He was the first president to go over and actually hang out with North Korea.
Yeah.
He broke the little barrier between those two guys. A lot of things are happening. A lot of jobs. Maybe the man shouldn't tweet. But he's looking out for the country first. I also think we should get rid of, if we're going to get political, let's get rid of the homeless. There's just, if you go downtown.
There you go. You're doing it, man.
No, but if you go in Los Angeles, if you go down there I swear to God, anybody that comes out and visits,
you know how many
if you go in a Sunday afternoon,
go to MacArthur
and you go
Park.
down, no, not MacArthur Park, and you just drive down to 6th Street, you will feel like you're in another country.
You know why?
There's just tents. I mean, I swear, it's as far as the eye can see.
55 blocks.
There's just tents all over the place.
Yep.
You feel like if it was dark, you feel like you're in the movie Blade Runner. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, not awesome for the homeless.
Right.
But I do got a thing. There's so many empty parks downtown, and why don't we just, give the parks to the homeless, set them up in their own little community, and have them protected by the police as well, because you don't want anybody doing hate crimes, and people live on the street for their own reasons. Sometimes they're forced, sometimes
the problem with that
there are
is,
issues, but the point is everybody has a right to be who they are, but everybody's also got a right to respect and be safe.
65,000 homeless people in
It's
LA
terrible.
County.
It's terrible.
There's not enough parks to put them all in.
Okay, look. In our own country, between that, look what happened with Katrina, how long everything took for Louisiana. Look how long, and I'm a New Yorker, and look, it took to rebuild a real downtown,
right?
Okay, where when 9/11 took, look how long it took.
Were you there? Were you there in New York when that happened?
Yes. I was actually at the time.
Were you in Manhattan or were you?
I was
outside?
working in a pharmaceutical company. I was operations manager. I was working that day in the Bronx at a company
so you're in
called.
The Bronx. Okay.
Yeah, but where I was at with the Bronx, you had a clear view of the Twin Towers, and you actually saw them. I can't watch, and it's terrible to say, I can't watch anything that has the Twin Towers falling on fire because I see people jumping out the window.
Yeah.
And you know, they remake movies, they do a 9/11 movie and all. I can't relive certain, and I wasn't down there, but as a New Yorker, as an American, it's so hurtful to continue to see how we were invaded again, you know, on our own soil, just like Pearl Harbor. Right. And we didn't see this coming either, you know, and it was terrible.
After the event happened and they started the cleanup and stuff, did you go down and
yes.
go down and look at the disaster?
I didn't go down. My brother was down there the whole time working. My brother lost.
He's a policeman, right?
He was a policeman. He was a sergeant for. Yes, he was a sergeant for the emergency service. He just came off duty.
Wow.
And as he was going home, he heard everything going on the radio. He turned his car around, went right back down, and just stayed there. My other cousin, who was a fireman, was down there. They both lost a lot of friends. But yes, I did go down afterwards, and I saw the structure, and it just makes you angry as an American. And you can, and I hate to say it, if anybody's listening from New York, you smelt death still. You smelt it. Just it was so horrible.
You think it was the explosions inside the building that caused it to go down?
You're doing.
Which one do you think it was? Was it totally the planes hitting it, or was there some inside explosions? What is your thought on that?
You know,
I mean, you don't.
As an American, you don't want to think anything like that,
right?
I mean, but those two structures went down like if there was a demolition,
right?
In 1991, there was an accident. They tried to blow it up. I think it was 91 and 92. There was a van filled with dynamite, and it was actually Bin Laden's people the first time.
They liked it. They wanted to do the Oklahoma City thing,
but they went down there. They blew, and nothing
happened.
Nothing happened, and it was a lot of explosions, and nobody died. People got hurt, but nobody died. But then to see how two planes. I mean, you got to think also, you got rocket fuel on there too, and explosions and all. I mean, I don't know.
You know, Martin Giggy, the director Martin Giggy, did a film 9/11. And with Charlie Sheen, Whoopi Goldberg.
I wouldn't watch it. I mean, no offense to Martin, I think he's a great filmmaker. I can't watch anything to do with reliving that. And
well, that's your hometown, man. And you had friends there, and you grew
it's
up
like
there.
getting kicked in the nuts. Why would you want to go back to that person to get kicked in the nuts again?
Yeah.
You know, it's just, I mean, you got kicked in the nuts three times? Oh, I finally just took them off and handed them to someone. So here.
Really?
No, but
I was wondering why your voice is so high.
Big shout out to everybody out there.
Yes. Jesse T. Show here, man. Having a good time with T.J. Churchill. Hey, I remembered.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
If anybody wants to follow me, please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, mainly Instagram and Facebook at Thomas Churchill.
Yes.
You can Google me. I like it. You can find me on my website at Churchill Productions. That's 3 words altogether.com. Again, probably the easiest way.
Wait a minute. Is it altogether.com?
Churchill Productions, 3 words altogether.
Okay, so it's Churchill Productions, 3 words altogether.com?
There is no altogether.
Well, what is it then? Is it either together or not? It's Thomas Churchill Productions.
Are you one of those guys that you love going downtown?
I'd rather go downtown than uptown.
Well, actually, I love going downtown, too.
Yeah, really?
We're not Los Angeles. So it's Churchill Productions.com.
Okay, now I got it. Churchill.com.
That website, again, is ChurchillProductions.com.
But wait, there's more.
If you act now, you can go to Instagram and type in Thomas J. Churchill.
And postage is free. We will deliver it free to anywhere
Twitter,
in America.
Thomas J. Churchill. Facebook, Thomas J. Churchill. You can go outside your house and scream, "Yo, Thomas J. Churchill!" I probably won't answer.
Show up. Can you imagine that?
I'm like the Bill Murray experience. Raymond Lachlan.
Good to have you along with me, Thomas, man. You come in anytime you want.
Wonderful.
I guess he doesn't want to come back.
Hey,
Thanks,
everybody
man.
out there that's listening, thank you very much for your
Hey,
support.
look, I'm paying
Love
you $35 for this interview, so what the hell's going on here?
We went up. It was $36.50.
We're negotiating.
Plus, you said you're going to try to get me a knish.
You got a realtor
You have
over
no
here.
idea
She'll
what a knish
negotiate
is.
the fee for you.
You know what a dirty water hot dog is? They don't have them out.
They
there.
don't have them out
No
here.
White Castle, no dirty water
No,
hot
they don't.
dogs.
No, give me some sauerkraut.
Friends of mine sent me Drake's cakes. If you guys want to be on my good side,
yes.
Ring dings, devil dogs,
Is that
yodels.
That's the Thomas
Drake's. Anything
Thomas
Drake's.
Churchill diet, man.
Send them to Churchill Productions, Post Office Box 11713, Burbank, California.
The Jesse T Show.
Go to
right
my
here.
website. You'll find my
Yes,
my
Facebook,
website.
Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Google+, Blogger, Tumblr, and so many more. We're out there right now.
And he's also on AVN.
And thepowerofvoices.com. And anywhere else I can get myself into.
He's called the
Brown Beauty on Duty.
Right, and
Yes,
he
sir.
likes to play pocket pool.
I do. The problem is I can't find anything in there to play with anymore.
You got a hole in your pocket. You got to sew him up.
Yeah, well.